Welcome back to a short ADD's action figure obsession video. So you have before you the three Hasbro Marvel Legends sort of windbreaker bodies. The legs on these are all based on the original body that came. I think it was Agent Coulson that was the MCU Agent Coulson figure was the first one that had these very scrawny, skinny legs and the worst feet Hasbro has ever made. The shoes that are on the hood there in the middle and Stan Lee on the right. They are barely there. They're so thin at the bottom, and they have the ghost of peg holes, but you can't actually fit them into any kind of stand because there's not enough depth to the so-called peg holes in the bottom of the feet on the two on the right. However, the one on the left, the Peter Parker figure from the 2020 Spider-Man series Retro Wave, he has great sneakers that actually hold him up quite well. And lately, they have started doing better with the feet on the suited type bodies. The MCU Matt Murdock figure stands very well. It's the best normal size suited body that they've ever made, and I think I've bought 9 of those just to do various customs and kit bashes. If I could paint, man, if I could paint, but I'm just not good at it. I've tried it a few times, and it's unfortunately not my jam. I just don't have the patience or the manual dexterity for it. But if I could turn those gray suited Matt Murdocks into a plethora of different colors, that would be quite awesome. So the hood, I took the hood off of the hood because that doesn't work on him because the body is too short. So the hood looks very awkward on that figure. It was a very badly designed cape that they put on that figure. That was from the Supervillains Zemnu Build-A-Figure wave. He was the only one of these 3 figures that came in a Build-A-Figure wave. And that was a great wave. There was a lot of really good villains in it, like Dormammu and Red Skull and Ultron. And I've bought quite a few of the hood just to have. Well, first of all, it comes with 2 Desert Eagles, which are fantastic, and 2 really weird looking blast effects, if you want to call them that. For it looks like they're blasting dildos out of the barrel of the gun if you use them. Those went right in the trash when I bought this most recent hood figure because I just have no use for dildo guns. I just really don't. It's just not something that's in my wheelhouse. So, but I do like this the civilian sort of windbreaker members only jacket. Is that what it is? I think it's a members only jacket. I think it looks the best on the Stan Lee figure because the dark, almost midnight blue, and the gray pants, and the sort of tan, almost taupe shirt, and the gray pants, and it just looks great on that figure. I have to remind myself that it's the same figure as the Peter Parker figure, even though technically the Peter Parker figure is better and more fun because it can stand up. I do have, I think, 5 or 6 of those Peter Parkers with all kinds of various different Peter Parker heads, like the bearded head that came with Captain Universe / Cosmic Spider-Man. Let's see, what else do I have? I have the head from the Spider-Man and Mary Jane Toys R Us 2-pack, which was before the digital face print technology, and then that same sculpt was used in the Spider-Man and Spinneret Renew Your Vows 2-pack with more up-to-date, slightly more realistic looking face deco due to the digital face printing. So I've got, like I say, I've got 5 or 6 of these Peter Parkers. Oh, well, this one here from the 2020 retro has that controversial and divisive. I think it was intended to remind us of the early Steve Ditko Peter Parker with the round glasses. Most people didn't care for it. If you had the ability to get one of the civilian Peter Parker heads from the Renew Your Vows 2-pack or the was it All New, All Different Spider-Man 2-pack? I think it was, with the one with Mary Jane with the Alex Ross designed overhaul of Spider-Man's costume with the teal glowing spider. Remember that one? Yeah, that's probably that head and the Renew Your Vows Peter Parker head. Those are probably the 2 best Peter Parker heads you're going to be able to get. And I imagine that the price on those is going to go through the roof because the head that comes with the Maximum Spider-Man that's coming out, hoo-wee. I would use that for a civilian way in the background in action figure photography, but I would not use that for Peter Parker. I mean, I might because I do have extra Peter Parker bodies. I guess if I get that Maximum Spider-Man, which I'm not sure I'm going to, I'm definitely not getting the Maximum Hulk because that thing looks absurd and grotesque, and every single one of the three head sculpts sucks. I can't believe that they blew it so bad on that Maximum Hulk. It would have been so easy for them to just do it right. Give us an Immortal Hulk head, give us the head again from the 80 years 2-pack Hulk with Wolverine, and then give us one of those goofy wild heads. But all they're doing for $60 with the Maximum Hulk is giving us three goofy wild heads, none of which look good with that figure, and then that weird hair shirt thing that they've overlaid onto the top part of the torso, supposedly so we can do that stupid hand clap that, I guess some people care about that. I don't give a shit. Pardon my English. Just don't give a shit about the hand clap feature for the Maximum Hulk. Cannot see laying out $60 for that figure. There's almost the only thing that I like about it. I like the skin tone, and I like the fact that it has the toe articulation. And skin tone and toe articulation are not enough for me to pony up $60, especially in this economy, for an extremely lackluster effort from Hasbro for that Maximum Hulk, which I did not intend to talk about at all. I don't know how we got on the topic of the Hulk. That's just the way my brain works. But I just wanted to share with you. These are all three of the members only jacket or windbreaker jacket semi-suited bodies. It's, I guess, casual Friday, and they can wear those to work. Like I said, I think it looks the best on Stan, and then I think second best it looks on Peter Parker. Just down to the colors are complementary: the dark blue pants and the light blue shirt and the brown jacket. The hood is absolutely the worst, the most grotesque. I don't know if he dressed like that in the Hood comics. I read a couple of those. I didn't particularly enjoy them. I don't remember him looking anything like that stupid head sculpt that he comes with, the screaming head, which that's the head that he came with. Um, I like the jacket. I like the sort of almost tealish French blue jacket that the Hood figure has, but those pea green pants and the almost orangish brown shoes, nah, it doesn't really work for me. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, and then I'll let you go here, with the Peter Parker, I have replaced the hands. This one I left the hands because I wanted him to be holding the camera and be sort of the stock out of the package retro 2020 Peter Parker, but all my other Peter Parkers I've customized to one degree or another. And the first thing I do is get rid of the hideous claw hands because they made the hands, have this, they're a little oversized and in very grotesque positions so he can hold and manipulate his camera. So I don't like it when they give you parts for an action figure, essential parts like hands or heads that are only capable of one thing. Like you get a figure and it only has a screaming head, or it only has some kind of specialty holding hands, and it doesn't have any alternate hands, any relaxed hands or fists. For what they're charging these days for Hasbro, they really could do better, and they really need to talk to people who are willing to spend this kind of money on these figures, because it's a real deal breaker when they don't do it right. And that's, I'm really on the fence about the Maximum Spider-Man because the only thing I like about it is the figure. I don't think the figure, and I guess the extra, alternate hands. The two heads are too similar. I don't know why they did just two McFarlane heads, one with thicker lenses around the eyes. That doesn't make any sense to me. They should have done a McFarlane head and, any other artist, that is different enough from McFarlane. Maybe not Eric Larson or Mark Bagley, but, and we've already got Romita. Well, we have Romita and Ditko heads, but they're small. The ones that came on the 2020 retro were Romita and Ditko, but they're tiny. Spider-Man heads, they were even tiny on that retro Spider-Man. So, Maximum Spider-Man, they could have given us a redo on, Romita or Ross Andrews' art style, or Gil Kane, anybody. But instead, we get two virtually identical McFarlane heads and one really super botched Peter Parker head that comes with that Maximum Spider-Man. I don't know. Are you getting that thing? If I stumble across it in the store and I've got money burning a hole in my pocket, I probably would pay $50 just to have the figure, because the figure looks really sweet, and reviews I saw from Just Jay Hernandez and from Unparalleled Universe, clearly you can get him into positions that even like the Mafex Spider-Man, you can't get into those positions, like the running and the web swinging poses. That part of it looks amazing. Although I don't like how much of a gap there appears to be around the hips once you start using the drop down hips. I hate drop down hips. I hate them so much. They shouldn't be necessary. Anthony's Customs has talked about this. They're absolutely not necessary if the figure is engineered correctly. And for some reason, Hasbro, which is a company that's been around for many, many, many decades, they just seem to get the engineering wrong so many times. And I'll prove that right now as I'm letting you go. But hey, like the video if you could, and leave a comment if you have any questions or you want to just say hi. Please share the video with your friends and subscribe to the channel. And now I'll show you some bad Hasbro engineering. Watch this little trick. We'll just pull Peter Parker away here, and you'll see what I had to do for the hood because of those really crappy feet that he has. So there you go. I got Stan Lee to stand up after I put a whole bunch of heat on him. I was able to manipulate his shoes enough to make them work. But now I guess Peter's at the crime scene because assassin Stan Lee has murdered the Hood because he is no longer capable of standing up. And that's the story right there. Action figure photography, it's all about storytelling. I'm telling you, folks. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and liking and commenting and all the YouTube stuff. And I guess I will check you out on the next one.